Bottom versus top. Not even Nostradamus could have predicted that backdrop to the 39th Melbourne derby. But that's a stark reality for Melbourne Victory, the pleasurable truth for Melbourne City. 20 points between the two as their campaigns have veered off into wildly different directions. There's still time for Melbourne Victory, but the clock is ticking. So as the Victory fans sing their anthem, here's the team news. 3 changes for Tony Popovic, including the return of Paul Izzo in goal after a 7-match absence in place of Matt Acton. Jason Guerrier is also back after missing the trip to Newcastle. Connor Chapman shifts into midfield with Lee Broxham dropping down to the bench. Chris Economides starts in place of Nishan Balupale, who is benched after 3 consecutive starts. New signing Fernando Romero is on the bench for the first time, but there's still no Rai Marchand. And here's those who will start for Melbourne City. 3 changes for Rado Vidicic as well. Callum Talbot is restored to the right-back position after a 2-game stint on the Pine. Further forward, Florent Berenguer is selected for his first start since last season's grand final in place of Valon Berisha. And Marco Tilio is also recalled in place of Andrew Nabout. Curtis Good is out with a hamstring niggle, so it's Thomas Lamb and Nuno Reis in the heart of defence for City tonight. And there are the 2 benches for the 2 teams. Fernando Romero, the standout perhaps for Victory, looking to become the first Paraguayan to play in the A-League men's competition. So with fans still making their way into the stadium, it's Melbourne City who get us underway, kicking from right to left on your screen in this first half. Daniel McBreen alongside in commentary. And this is such an important game again, Macca, for both clubs for very different reasons.
Well, exactly right, Simon. Good evening, everybody. Huge game, huge Melbourne derby. Melbourne Victory looking to get themselves off the bottom of the table, and what better way for City to extend their league to 11 points at the top, but in the process keeping their rivals rooted to the bottom of the table. Huge match for both teams.
This is Geordie Boss, who scored that wonderful goal against Perth last time out in the 4-2 win at Macedonia Park. One of a couple of really special goals. Matt Leckie's wasn't bad either.
He's a real talent, isn't he, Geordie Boss? Andrew Durante speak about him in the pre-match. I think that's sentiments are across Australian football. He is one to watch out for.
Tilio got back to make the challenge, and he's earned the throw as well. O'Neill. Van der Ven, who's really grown into the season. The Dutchman now almost automatic pick for City in the midfield, but that's the area of the park where City have turned the ball over. And the Victory fans roar their team on. Jake Brimmer down the right. And didn't take a touch on the way through. Linesman has indicated a corner. Ali Reza Pagani had a think about it, but eventually agrees.
Well, they're the kind of moments we're so used to over the years with Melbourne Victory, when they win that ball in midfield and they go quick. On that occasion, they had plenty of willing runners. Just a nice little touch there. You can see what Brimmer was trying to do. Great forward run from Guerrier, looking to join the attack.
So Miranda and De Silva looking to make their run from the top of the box. It's Jake Brimmer's delivery, and it's headed firmly in. It's a debut goal in Victory colours for Damien De Silva, the Frenchman. May we say, the Victory fans, what a start for Tony Popovic's team.
Well, it's a derby, and you can throw the form book out the window, because Melbourne Victory are writing a different script. The new man in town, Damien De Silva. Harvey Norman replay shows a wonderful ball from Brimmer, and up he gets above the rest. Wonderful header. Down and back across the goal, above 3 City defenders, and Tom Glover can do nothing about it. And it's raptures for Melbourne Victory as he wheels away in celebrations. Powerful header, back down across the goal. Fantastic start for Victory.
And a fantastic start. And already a goal. Can City respond? McLaren helps it on. Van der Ven, he knew Izzo was off his line, but did not get the correct purchase, the Dutchman.
You could see straight away he had a look. Saw Izzo, knew exactly what he wanted to do. It was a long way out. You see there, quick look, adjusted the feet. Really didn't get a hold of it. Maybe lucky for Izzo because he was sprawled on the floor.
Leckie. Berenguer, and room here for Tilio, cutting inside Cadete and then outside again as he overcooked it. Well, he's going to get a corner, but I think it was just a slightly heavy touch there by Tilio.
Well, that's the second time he's been one-on-one with Cadete and left him like he's not even there, twisting him inside and out. Good covering defence to help out Cadete, but twice now he's looked dangerous.
It's going to be Berenguer's corner. The outswinger, and Leckie climbs beautifully in the air. Couldn't control the header.
Well, he got up well. He went up early, maybe just a fraction too early as he was coming down as the ball came to him.
Melbourne Victory, one of only 3 A-League clubs that Matt Leckie is yet to score against. Van der Ven moved it on first time in the direction of Leckie. Has Brillante with him. Threads the needle beautifully. Here's Van der Ven, dropping the shoulder, trying to clip it to that far post or maybe even the top corner.
If that was on the other side of the pitch, I think we all know he would have tried to bend it into that far corner, but wanted it back on his left. It really was opened up for the right foot bend into that far top corner.
Tilio, Marco Tilio, deflection, and behind it goes for a corner. Paul Izzo completely wrong-footed. Happy to see it sail past the post.
He found himself in a little bit of space around the edge of the box, didn't he? It was Miranda that stuck the foot out and got the deflection. Izzo could only watch as he was heading to his left.
Berenguer again on corner kick duty towards the near post. It's helped on by Nuno Reis. Reset through O'Neill. Van der Ven. Looking for Leckie! It's got it! Melbourne City all square thanks to Matt Leckie. In such great form at the moment in front of goal. 3 in 4 matches. Not as spectacular as the one against Perth, but they all count. And we're back where we started.
Well, the pressure has been building from Melbourne City. And it's that man, Richard Van der Ven, who's been in amongst it. He's just got so much time and effort on the corner of the box. Harvey Norman replay shows Leckie strong at the back post. You can't give Van der Ven that much time to pick out a pass on his left foot. I think it comes off the shoulder of Matt Leckie, but he won't care. Nothing Izzo can do about it. Victory defenders everywhere, but no one able to do anything to stop first the cross and then the finish from Matt Leckie.
Well, Paul Izzo tried his best. The Victory fans are asking for VAR to get involved. They believe that Leckie might have been offside. Up against Chapman. Threads it through beautifully. McLaren. Good save, Izzo. Stood strong. And the body made the block. Jamie McLaren only needs half a chance.
Well, he hasn't really been sighted that much so far. It's a beautiful movement off the shoulder, and Berenguer with a wonderful ball in. Plenty of pressure. They've actually forced Melbourne Victory as the game has gone on to sit deeper and deeper, and then applied pressure when they've lost the ball as well. There have been the odd sparks from Victory in counter-attack as well.
So important for his side to get something out of this game, preferably the 3 points to lift them off the foot of the ladder. It's not desperation stakes just yet for victory, but time's starting to run out in terms of games left to make inroads towards the top 6. As it stands, of course, they are 10 points off the final spots at the moment. Nuno Reis. Turned back by Boss for Thomas Lamb. And Talbot. Tilio. That's a little bit too close, Cadetto was. Trying to prevent Tilio from turning.
I think he had his 2 warnings earlier in the match. And Tilio faced him up.
Well, terrific intensity, as it normally is in the Melbourne derby. Damien De Silva gave victory the perfect start, his first goal for his new club. Even though Bruno Fornaroli was in an offside position but deemed not to be interfering with play, but City roared back into the contest. Matt Leckie with his 5th goal of the campaign, his 3rd in 4 matches from Berenguer, and then Van der Ven's delivery. And it's all to play for in the second half in the derby. Melbourne victory 1, Melbourne City 1 at the break. Victory to get the ball rolling. City looking to establish an 11-point lead at the top. Victory just needs to win, Daniel McBreen. Anyhow, it doesn't matter.
No, it's all or nothing now for Melbourne victory as the season moves on into its latter stages. And if Rado Vidicic was a little anxious, he wasn't showing it, was he? Just relaxed on the sideline, chewing down on a snake lolly.
Well, victory started in the second half as they started the first. It's Falami, dangerous ball! Oh, Tom Glover with the point-blank save! But you know who was not going to be denied? Bruno Fornaroli, against his old club, becomes the first player to score in the derby for both clubs. And victory lead within a minute of the restart for the second time in this game.
Well, if Rado Vidicic wasn't anxious a moment ago, he may well be now. It was wonderful play on the Harvey Norman replay down the left-hand side. Onside as the ball's played in, and what a wonderful ball it is. Tom Glover does really well to save the first one, but there's nothing he can do. You see there a little look from Falami, wonderful ball in, but there he is, Bruno Fornaroli, first to react with the header. Becoming the first man to score for both of these clubs against the other. And again, victory take the lead.
What a start to the second half. Glover did well initially, but there was nothing he could do as the rebound fell the way of Bruno Fornaroli. That's where it breaks down for victory. Now they've got to be diligent in defence. Leckie threads it through. It's Richard van der Ven. It will drop here, will it, for McLaren? Not quite. High fives all round in the victory defence, but I tell you what, they were sweating there, Macca.
Well, they got it done, didn't they? Just. It was a wonderful sweeping move. Roderick Miranda. No wonder there was high fives all round. Thanked Izzo.
Oh, it's dangerous. City have robbed them of the ball. McLaren trying to tee up Van der Ven, but sent him a little wide in the process of trying to do so. And it's well defended by Roderick Miranda, who draws the foul in the end from Valon Berisha. That's just experience at play. No wonder he's smiling.
Great gamesmanship there. Defenders, they know in that area of the park, they seem to get the fouls.
A little bit going on there in the corner with a couple of the substitutes wanting to get involved and have their opinion. And Ali Reza Fagani has shown a yellow card. Was it to Scott Jamieson? He's still going, still chirping away.
He doesn't have to be on the park, he loves a chat. Scott Jamieson loves it. Anything he can do to niggle the opposition.
Roderick Miranda was the man who got the yellow card. In time. Oh, and Glover had to help that one on its way from Economides.
I'm not too sure if he meant to have a strike on goal. If he did, it was a wonderful attempt. More likely, I think he was trying to find Falami at the back post, and here's Miranda. He's taken the bait. There's no need for him to get involved there. He's up. He's got the free kick. And he revels in it, doesn't he?
And here's their latest corner. Chapman got on the end of it. Forderoli on the turn. What a save by Glover. Point blank range to keep City in it, perhaps. Well, I'm not sure whether Forderoli would have been flagged offside anyway, but Glover was not to know that. Intelligent ball by De Silva to get it out to Brimmer, just to calm things down. It was all a little helter-skelter there. And Victory's lead is a precarious one, but a crucial one in their quest to climb away from the bottom of the table. More changes. Laurent Berenguer on his first start since the grand final makes way for Andrew Naboo, and it's going to be a like-for-like change in defence with Scott Galloway replacing Callum Talbot. More changes for Victory in minute 2. Probably the next break in play. Meantime, it's Josh Brillante, and it takes a deflection and loops it over the top of Tom Glover. Is that the crucial blow in the derby? It's arrived courtesy of the Victory skipper. City are angry they didn't get the whistle before that. Tom Glover has been booked. Victory don't care.
Well, the City players are incensed. The Victory players in joyous raptures. And the Harvey Norman replay will show Josh Brillante picked up the ball and just drove. And as he took his strike, Thomas Lamb just sticks a leg out, just comes off his heel over the top of a despairing Tom Glover.
I think it actually glances in off his backside, you know. It's a bum steer for Melbourne City.
Well, they don't care, do they, how it's gone in? It's in the net.
Same thing. If they're to save the derby. Confirmation that Tom Glover picked up a booking for his protests about that third goal. And just at the point where it seems City were really starting to get on top.
Yeah, they were. They were pressing, they were coming hard. And just like that, Victory go down the other end, and I'm just trying to decipher what the complaints were about. Was it because they thought the substitution was going to be made and the throw-in was taken? Maybe Archie might have seen what happened down there.
We'll get Archie's views in a moment. Udo Reyes, meantime, for City. The boot climbs well at the back post. O'Neill Leckie, good first touch. Matt Leckie! City back in the game. Wow, that is some finish from Leckie. He has a double, and Victory are not home for the 3 points just yet.
Well, he's having a fantastic season, isn't he, Matt Leckie? He looks to be enjoying his football this year, and with good reason. Harvey Norman replay shows as the ball comes across, Andrew Naboo with the initial header, and that first touch from Matt Leckie just takes it past Geria, and his power aplenty takes it straight past Izzo. It's a wonderful first touch, and the power on the second, beaten at the near post. Izzo, he won't be happy with that, and Melbourne City are back in the hunt.
Well, that first touch from Matt Leckie is simply sublime. No matter which angle you see it from, it takes him away from Geria. And yes, Izzo will probably think he should do better at the near post. It's a City throw. It's now or never for Rado Vidicic's team. Forward it goes from Nuno Reyes. Jason Geria is there. Is there enough time for the throw to be taken? Ali Reza Fagani says full time, and the Victory fans rise as one. A huge win for Melbourne Victory. Just a fifth of the season for Tony Popovic's team, and a seismic one at that. It lifts them off the foot of the ladder for the first time in 6 weeks, as Melbourne City are beaten for just the second time this season. They are continuing those protests about the third Victory goal. Tom Glover was booked for his part in those protests. But what a derby game we have had here tonight. A 5-goal thriller. Matt Leckie scored twice for City and still ended up on the losing side. There are more cards being issued to the City coaching staff, I fancy. More on that in the post-game show. But for Victory, 3 crucial points. And they got crucial goals at the outset of each half. Damien De Silva with his first for the club after just 7 minutes. And then Bruno Fornaroli becoming the first man to score for both clubs in the Melbourne derby just after the restart. And then that killer third from Josh Brillante, hotly disputed. And despite Matt Leckie's second goal of the game, Victory did enough to hold on. What a derby, what a night at AAMI Park. One of the classics. Melbourne Victory 3, Melbourne City 2.